Welcome back to Escape from Mars. We are here in pursuit for the steel plate shipment, because our current goal is to gather some resources, since we're all out of them. The only way of doing that, well, the most efficient way of doing that, is by raiding these shipments. We don't have a refinery, and scrapping is the easy way of getting some stuff. Essentially let other people do the work and we capture it. So that's our current tactic. It's working so far. This is Roach, our tank. Roach has seen better days. It looks horrible. But yeah, it still works. So let's try to pirate the shipment. See if we can capture the loot. It does have an escort, it seems. Oh well. Should be able to handle it. We have 3 guns, they only have 2. And our amazing piloting skills, I guess driving skills, they will probably help as well. We'll set the speed down a little bit. That will probably also prevent us from tipping over. That's actually the main reason why this is dangerous, making sharp turns.
Unknown hostile showing up on scanners. Engaging.
It's us. We're the unknown hostile. Well, we're not really interested in convoy. In the escort, I mean. We are interested in the shipment, so let's focus on that. Nice. We'll take out the thrusters so we can easily get to it. So you notice it's dropping its speed. Cool. Probably this guy will still try to get to us. Oh no, we also took out its turret. So that's then all fine. So let's see. Can we take out the thrusters at front as well? Alright, so now it's almost coming to a complete stop. We of course don't want to walk and risk getting tired. That's not what we want to do. It's escaping. Let's see. Should be able to hop in right here. Maybe. Stop moving about. Right, so that's the loot. Probably, no, I think we can take a bit more. Very high inventory settings. I mean, we have a big backpack, that's probably how I should say it. Nice. If we are lucky, well, let's... No, we don't need the ammo, actually. I was going to say, if we are lucky, we can get the Gatling ammo, but we have more than sufficient number of that. We got like 500 Gatling ammo or something from our previous raid. Alright, so let's continue our plans. So this was an important first step of the plan. We can probably take this home as well. We'll use another ship for that.
Inventory full.
Go a bit faster. It's still moving. Lost it in the dust cloud. How are you still moving?
Inventory full.
don't know how it's doing that. Anyway, the plan is to collect these resources, so that that bit worked, and then explore the planet a bit to see what's the next bit. So we can choose. We can choose to raid G-Corp bases, but we have to come up with some plan in order to do so, because they are heavily armed. So I saw they have like several, what seems to be assault cannons. So those deal quite a bit of damage. I don't think we'll be able to use Roach for this. It's simply too weak. Small grid, has some guns, but not enough firepower to take it up against 3 assault cannons. That will be too ambitious, I think. So we have to come up with a better plan. And we could consider to use some flying Atmos ship, some fighter. We could try to make that in a small grid. From my experience, well, a small grid might be worthwhile to give that a go, actually. In my experience, in large grid it's very expensive and they're prone to be taken out quite quickly. But small grid, we could give it a try. Should we try to take out this guy? Might be nice, eh? How are you still able to move? That's the biggest question. One of the unsolved mysteries in the universe. And maybe we just missed a thruster. Let's see. So the ones on the side are gone. Let's just take out the wheels. Maybe it's just gliding, actually. Can we take out the wheels? Cannot see anything. This is slow going. We just can't get it to stop. We need like a huge magnet on front to take it down. Slippery as an eel. Alright, let's see. You see, it's just getting away. Can we jump on top of it? Yeah, we can. Alright. There we go. It's still going. The most efficient way to move around on the planet. Just take 6 wheels, no thrusters. Guaranteed win. I think we solved the energy problem as well. Alright, so this is working. So what we'll do, I think, is we'll go home. We take the scrap a bit. Quickly deliver these to Mickey Scrap. Now fast forward a little bit because it's not the most exciting thing in the world to watch. And then I think we'll do some scouting. So maybe it's good to tell that last time we raided the airbase, we didn't really get new points of interest from that. I was a bit surprised by that. Usually they leave like a hint what the next weak link in the chain is to take out G-Corp or escape the planet, maybe. But they didn't really do that. So there was a lot of resources, a lot of motors, and that's how we got our Atmos ship. But apart from that, not a lot. Alright, we're back to our base. So this consists of a garage, and then on top we have the beginning of the pretty part of the base that will require some work and some resources. We might get to that today, otherwise the next time. Essentially we need a whole lot of steel plates, like we just got. lower suspension a bit. Pretty sure this also needs some work. So I think we have to elongate the flat part a bit. That's nice. So this is the new improvement of our base. This is part of Itzy's inventory manager. So you can see the number of ingots. So we have a lot of iron. That's good. So we can do some crafting actually. Bit of cobalt, nickel, not so much. So this is all from recycling resources because we cannot do mining, just to remind you. And then we got this big screen. So this is all the materials we have. And essentially it's auto crafting and auto disassembling. So I think we can adjust that a little bit. Because I think we will need it's added text. I think we will need a lot of steel plates, so it's actually great to have that. So since we ditched in a bunch of resources, it will disassemble a lot of small tubes. So this is the D. I cannot really point it out, maybe with the welder, small tubes disassembling. And for the steel plates, since we just changed the order, it will assemble, but it will wait a little bit. So that's how that works. Little cool little trick. And now we will take our new Atmos ship. Let's see if we can play around with this.
Your health is low.
And we... well, power is off, of course. And we take the guppy out. So I thought maybe we can use the mag plate underneath it and try and grab on to some of these ships. Might be that we need a bit more, attach a bit more of a belly to this ship. Might be smart. Can we actually find this place back, because we didn't use a GPS? Did make some GPSs previously. Let's write our plane for a minute. Oh, those are gone. There we go. Is this it? Looks an awful lot like the ship we just deconstructed. Maybe this is the previous one already. I don't know. Let's see if we can take it. So maybe this is a bit ambitious. That does work. So we have to watch out for this shipment. It does have some guns. We only have small offense guns like interior turrets. They don't really do a lot of damage. So we want to stay clear of that. And now we will drop this at Mickey Scrap. We didn't take out the batteries. I'm not sure if that's a requirement. We did take out of the wheels of this one, so maybe that's already helping a lot. Yeah, this is going so much faster than using the car. Because we can go full speed in midair, of course. Alright, time to slow down. I'm not sure we fit in there. So we're gonna take it nice and easy.
We can do that, Mickey Scrapper.
I think it's fine. It's just we have to watch out for the crane. Oh. I think we lost a bit there. And we... Ooh, this is tricky. I think this is fine. And we can just get out of it like this. That sounds great. You have to watch out for the signpost again. Alright, so this is going alright. Probably want to collect the scrap there. Yeah, looks like this guppy is a success. Probably would have been smart to take all the scrap with us as well from our base, but yeah, you can only be so smart, right? So let's get you in there. I think this will go fine. We have to, of course, watch it fall. It's part of the experience. That works. And we will deliver some of this scrap. Now you can make some kind of garbage truck.
Our best customer all year. Only customer all year.
So you can automatically collect these. Didn't do that, of course. Yeah, the only strange thing is that these racks, they don't really do well with the automated grinding. That's a bit of a bummer. So what we can try to do is to ditch in some unbuilt batteries. It's a bit wasteful for our materials. It will move things around a bit. So let's do that, and then next time if we come back maybe that helps, maybe not. Probably not. So let's go home, see if we can upgrade our base a little bit. I will probably fast forward through that, but to see if we can upgrade it and find some way to attach this to it. That would be very nice. So we can start charging it and maybe even automate the unloading. So one thing is to get a conveyor upstairs. So that's gonna be a part of the challenge. I think anyway we have to make some sort of entrance here. So that will be a good place to start, I guess. Yeah, let's create a bit of an outline, right? So we go for a door. So the idea is like this. What if we make this a hinge and we pull like a conveyor line over our head? I think that could be very nice. So it would be something like that. And then we can angle. It will maybe feel a bit claustrophobic. But we will angle this and then we can pull it all the way to here. Make like some transition over here, or just go in one go all the way to the end. Could also possibly work. I think that could work. We should be able to aim this up like 45 degrees, I think.
Energy critical.
So I'm not sure if this is possible, but the idea is to then attach a bunch of these. Or maybe we can do round ones. Maybe that's more forgiving. So we got the first bit going, so it's using a hinge, going all the way below. So that's this weird bit. Wasn't really nice to make, took more time than I wanted, a lot of drilling. So I don't think we will use that for the second part, because that's equally long, probably longer. So let's use a different tactic, because we also don't need conveying going all the way up there. We only need it to the upper bit of the base. So
No energy.
So what we'll try to do instead is to get some oxygen, and then we made this GPS over here, and we're gonna dig down from upstairs to here, see if we can connect it that way. Should be way easier. Only problem is how to get out of the hole that we will then dig, but that's fine. That's something we should be able to resolve.
Convoy arrived.
So, a lot of base constructing. Well, not really. It's a lot of work and a little base constructing. That's what we've been up to, with the goal to connect this properly to the base. So the idea, since this is one of the nicer builds, is that we will attach this underneath our platform, somewhere there. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So I hope it will kind of come to us as a strike of inspiration once we go here. Right. So I think the easiest way is to make something that allows it to attach like this. So I guess we could move it a little bit to the side so to give us a bit more space. And we can dig out a bit of the mountain, give us a bit more freedom. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Cool. There is something that we can use for this that will make it a lot faster, so let's quickly grab that from, where was it, the airbase I think. sense. Get some components. How much battery this has? Not that much, but it should be fine. Tool blocks. Get the drill back on. Right. So now we can very carefully drill a bit. Alright, so dug out a bit more. So I think our tail is technically now within this bit. Nah, not really. So I guess we want to shift it forward one more, right? Can we do that? Alright, and we should be able to connect now. Let's see if that's correct. More digging required. Ready to lock. Alright, we're locked. Not sure yet about that bit. Good news is that it's connected and it works. So this is what it looks like. Right, to wrap up, we can see our base taking shape. It is changing from a pure functional base to something that might actually look nice. This does require a lot of resources, and in our current situation those are a bit hard to get by. So on the one hand it might seem to all go a bit slow. On the other hand, every part that we weld up is essentially a recycled shipment or some other form of loot that we found. So it does make you appreciate the building a bit more, compared to if you, for instance, were to have some endless supply from a mining setup. So yeah, might be slow, but it makes it a bit more special. For next time, we hope to explore a bit more. We hope that G-Corp, our enemy, has a way for us to get off this planet, because although we aren't getting nice and comfy, at some point we do want to escape as well. Getting a bit tired of the dust storms and stuff. It's not the nicest weather. Now it does seem we are finding blueprints for tech mostly at the research locations, so maybe we have to search for those a bit harder and kind of ignore all the G-Corp bases. They're nice if we want to pick up a fight, but might not be very useful. Then again, we might be wrong, because I didn't make the scenario, so it's a mystery. Right, we will continue next time. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the people that subscribed. I can't believe we're almost reaching 80 subs. That's very cool. Really happy with that. And for now, bye bye. By the way, this is our fancy resource overview. Notice the 0 iron ingots. It's a bit sad.